This is the PMI Smoke Ninja Pro. So the use of smoke and haze in the filmmaking and photography industry has just been ever so popular within the last 2 years, mainly because of PMI's release of the Smoke Genie, which is this one over here, and the Smoke Ninja, which is this one over here. So I've had this, or these, for almost a year now, and I've really learned how to love both of these. These things have completely changed the way I shoot B-roll, I shoot portraits. There's just something about the professionalism of adding haze into your images. So it does not just always have to be like smoking, like insanely smoking, if you know what I mean. But it's more like to just add a little bit of depth to your image, or just a little bit of drama to your image. There's just something about having that little layer of uniqueness. So a lot of people actually use black mist filters on their lenses to get this effect. Like they sometimes use 1/8 of a strength or 1/4 or even half a strength of black mist. But if you want to do it uniquely in a different way, you can just use smoke devices or hazing devices. So a lot of companies have copied PMI throughout this process. So I've seen a lot of different devices come out now, but they've never really come close to what PMI can do. I can attest to that because I've actually used a few before that are not from PMI. I've used some from LensGo. I have one over here. The other one I gave away because that one was really a disaster, but not in a way that it was not really practical, but in a way that it wasn't really as reliable as I thought it would. There were times that I really needed this device to work and then it wouldn't, and it would cost me a lot of headaches and strife. So almost a year ago, these two units were introduced to me, the Smoke Ninja and the Smoke Genie. So these two devices have completely changed the way I view smoke devices. Like, you wouldn't even imagine that they could be in these kind of small form factors. Like, at least 4 years ago, that was considered, or 5 years ago, that was considered impossible. If you wanted to put smoke into your videos, you would have to use those giant foggers, right? But with these kind of devices, all you need to do is just switch it on, choose whatever mode you want, like fog, dry ice, or steam, and triple tap, and now you can get smoke that is very safe, very dense and thick. So I trust this device so much that even if I put it against my neck, against my skin, it is not gonna burn me, it is not gonna scald me. But yeah, PMI has done multiple certifications on their devices, so you can rest assured that it is not gonna hurt anybody. This thing is not gonna explode. The smoke is safe. It is made out of vegetable glycerin, which is pretty much not like nicotine, right? This is just steam, a very thick cloud of steam, which is safe. You can inhale it. It's not going to cause you harm. It has multiple certifications, like what I mentioned. They've been using this with Hollywood movies, with different local movies in Hong Kong as well. PMI also has certification on this that is approved by the Actors Equity and Broadway League in the USA. So that says something, right? Which means they've really put a lot of money, not just into perfecting their product, but also making sure that their product is certified and product you can trust. So now enter the Smoke Ninja Pro. So this right here is the Smoke Ninja Pro. Let me put the Ninja aside. So the Smoke Ninja Pro is a little bit different than the OG Smoke Ninja. This now has a few features that might appeal to some people, but at the same time might not appeal to some people who already have the Ninja. So let's quickly unbox this thing and check what comes inside the box. So whoever designed this new box is really a master at what he does. The intricacy on this box is just amazing. They even embossed the lettering here. It's just so satisfying to look at, and everything about this box just screams professional. Like, I don't even want to throw this box away. So inside the box, you get a padded case. So you can see PMI Smoke Pro Ninja, or Smoke Ninja Pro Hazer Kit. So here you have a cloth that you can use to wipe away excess liquid like the smoke juice. This is the Cloud Formula by PMI. This is very safe. It's just made out of vegetable glycerin. They've run multiple certifications on this, so it's very safe to inhale. It's not harmful. So this is the smoke chamber that you'll be putting inside the Ninja. And here is the Smoke Ninja itself. I've actually unboxed it already, but I just put it together again just so I can show you. So this is the Smoke Ninja Pro. So it's a little bit different than the original Smoke Ninja. If you look closely, my old Smoke Ninja is already super worn out. Like, you can see the paint peeling off over here. I've dropped this a few times, but it still works flawlessly. And yeah, you can see that, yeah, some paint has been peeling off over here. But enter the new Smoke Ninja Pro. I love this new design because now it is of matte finish. The texture is a lot different from this. It's less shiny, which I like. It causes less attention to itself. You can easily hide it without worrying about light bouncing off of its body or reflections. But yeah, the design is very nice. Matte, there's no gleam to it. I love this new design so much. The build quality is exactly the same. Some stuff that you can rely on with PMI. So here's a wireless remote. You can use this to trigger the device if you are planning to mount this on a tripod using this mount over here. So you can just press this and you can trigger the device to start working. And here's where the magic happens. This right here is a haze fan. So the cool thing about this fan right here is that it no longer does what the old Smoke Genie does, where in order to mount a fan or a hazing fan onto this one, the Smoke Genie, I remember they had like a strap that you needed to put onto the device itself, which worked for the longest time, but it was very clunky and bulky. It was not really sturdy. But this one literally just mounts onto the device like so, which is pretty cool. All you need to do is just align these two things together, and now you have a device that looks like this, all in one piece, and it's quite small, and it tears down very easily as well. You can put it back onto the case without any problem. Speaking of the case is new. They put out some new cutouts over here, so if you do put the magnetic mount onto the sides, you can still prop it back to the case. Because before, they did not have this, so in order for you to put back the device onto the case, you would have to remove these mounts and then put it on. But if you want to keep the tripod thread plus the magnetic mount, all you need to do is just, attach them like this and slide them in like that. And one more thing is that PMI has just created their new battery. So a long time ago, they were using these generic green batteries. I think it's like just a generic 3200 mAh battery, but now they have created their own, which of course does not really mean that it is proprietary. It just says that they are really keen on making everything of the highest quality. So if PMI creates a battery, it means that they've run this through multiple tests and they stand by their product. So inside this part, we get the same things that we got from the Smoke Genie and the Smoke Ninja. We got the accessories bag, which has a liquid blocker, short tube, jet tip, and all other stuff. And here we have the charging cable and a cap for this part over here, so you make sure that it does not spill on you. So first, let's talk about what's different. So a long time ago, when I still use actually the Smoke Genie, in order for you to mount the haze fan, which is this one over here, like what I said, you had to attach this thing. So what it would look like is you would remove this cap over here, mount this thing, and then put this strap underneath onto the base, and then you hook up the fan like this. So at that time when I first saw this, I thought it was a genius idea. You were able to create haze and you could fill up a room in a matter of seconds with just pure haze. So what you would do is you would press on the power button on the Smoke Genie, switch on the fan, and then press the smoke. And then now you are able to just spread haze everywhere, just like that. So at that time, I thought this was a very clever idea because I can just literally just fill the room with haze, right? So here's when the Smoke Ninja Pro comes in clutch. So watch this. If I were to attach the new fan onto it, so now it just looks like this. And here's where the magic happens. For this one, if I were to use the haze fan and the smoke device, I would have to press the smoke device and then the fan, right? Because they are two separate modules. But for this one, check this out. If I switch on the smoke device and then switch on the fan, and I press a button over here, both the fan and the smoke device are Bluetooth connected, which means if I release the smoke device power button or the trigger, the whole unit switches off. That is insane. Now you can just have a very small unit that can do both things at the same time. It is a lot more professional. The look is just amazing. It looks very minimalist and very effective. And the size is just a lot better. Look at how small this thing is compared to the Smoke Genie. what would you want to bring on a set, right? Sometimes, of course, this would come in clutch because this would have a lot of power more than this, because this has 2 batteries and it looks more professional because you're holding a bigger object. You can tilt the fan by doing this. But of course, if you're looking for that minimalist touch, or if you want to pack small, play big, this is the answer. The Smoke Ninja Pro solves everything. And it doesn't end there. Check this out. Inside this box, I have a little surprise for you. Watch. Attach this to the fan. Watch this container, okay? And I dip it like this. Dab it a few times. And watch this. Ready to have your mind blown? I know, right? That's insane. And it gets better while having the fan switched off. The bubble. That is insane, right? I don't actually know what your use case for these smoke bubbles would be, but imagine if you had a model and maybe the model is dancing and you're just putting smoke bubbles in the air and you're on a high shutter speed and you just wait for the bubbles to pop by themselves around your model. That would be insane. The model will be in the middle and then there are just explosions of smoke all around her. That would be a very unique shot with this device right here. So you can actually put this on machine gun mode as well, like smoke bubble machine gun. Put it on steam mode, this will automatically put the fan on level 1, aim it away from yourself, and make magic happen. Just like that. That's really insane. That opens up a lot of creativity that you can only do with a device like this. So one more new thing about this device right here that I don't actually know if I'm going to be excited about is that this Smoke Ninja Pro now has a DMX connection. So they will sell this separately because they know that not everybody is going to want that. But if you are a person who needs that kind of thing, or you're working with a DMX board and with lights, because DMX can control basically everything, right? And you have multiple Smoke Ninja Pros on set, you can place this on the stage and you can just trigger all the smoke devices on your stage and the lights at the same time with just the DMX panel. You won't need anything else. Just a DMX module that is sold separately by PMI. And one more thing that I like about the Smoke Ninja Pro is that it claims that it can do 3 times more output and at a 3 times faster cooldown. And what that plainly means is that everything inside of this now works more efficiently than the original Smoke Ninja. It's not necessarily going to be a lot stronger than this because they're still using the same chamber, same single battery, right? But it almost can compete with the Smoke Ninja Pro. Not necessarily in terms of output, but just through efficiency. Because I don't know what they did inside. Maybe they changed the algorithm or the circuitry inside this unit over here, but they claim that it does work more efficiently than these two. And one more thing is that this has a faster cooldown, which plainly means just in case you do run it for more than a minute, it's going to start heating up the chamber, right? So it's going to force the system to let it cool down for a while. So this claims to have a 3 times faster cooldown. So just in case you need more smoke at any given moment, this can be a lot more reliable than the Smoke Ninja, the original Smoke Ninja, which is what the Smoke Genie is good for, because this one has no cooldown. It can pretty much run for as long as you want. Of course, I'm not sure if the chamber will break, but it has never broken on me. There was actually an instance that PMI sent me a faulty chamber. This one over here, I labeled it prototype. So Mickey from PMI accidentally sent me a prototype before their release date of the version 2 chamber. And of course this wasn't the final product, right? So it had some flaws. And I was like surprised that this chamber burnt out on me. But actually, because it was not ready yet. And he was actually surprised, how did I get this? And I told him that, yeah, you sent it to me. And he said, oh, my bad. So in terms of output, of course, this will run you for much longer because it has 2 batteries, which means it just has a lot more juice and a lot more power inside of it. There's just a lot more robustness to this thing. It's more industrial. And whereas this one is more compact, but at the same time, like what I said, it has 3 times more output and 3 times more efficiency. So let's see, we're gonna run both of these devices at the same time, and let's see what will happen if I put them on dry ice mode, running at the same time. Smoke Ninja Pro, the original Smoke Ninja on my right. Just like that. See the Smoke Ninja? It already timed out, but this one is still going. But there's nothing wrong with this, it's just the cool down. So we'll have to cool down for a while, and then it's gonna be ready to power on again. Okay, so now let's talk about my conclusion. So if you are looking for a smoke device and you're looking at PMI smoke devices, which one is gonna be right for you? So we have the original Smoke Genie, which is the more industrial grade, more reliable smoke device that they use for movies and film sets. We have the Smoke Ninja, the original one, and the latest Smoke Ninja Pro. So in my opinion, if you are really a professional level videographer and you need continuous output without having any delays, then you're definitely going to go with the Smoke Genie. But if you are like me, who wants to still have a very reliable smoke device, but at the same time not bring such a big thing, because like what I said, the fan of this thing is really making this whole setup smaller compared to the Genie, which was using a lot of a bigger hazer, then you would definitely choose between these two. But the only problem is the Smoke Ninja does not have a hazer fan included. This one includes a hazer fan. And here's the catch, here's the amazing part. PMI is actually selling the Smoke Ninja Pro a lot cheaper than the original Smoke Ninja. That's insane, right? Because this was very expensive when it first came out, and at the same time it did not have a fan. And now they're selling the Smoke Ninja Pro, which works more efficiently than the Smoke Ninja, has a fan, and you can do that bubble thing with the Smoke Ninja Pro. So I don't think there's any more reason to get the original Smoke Ninja. But if you are already an owner of the original Smoke Ninja, there might be no reason for you to upgrade unless you really want this hazer fan plus the bubble effect, because that one is the only way that you can do this thing, because in order for this to attach, you need the Bluetooth module that is only in the Ninja Pro. This has no Bluetooth module for them to be powered at the same time by a single button. So this was just not a very quick video. I tried to make it not too in-depth because I don't want it to make such a long video, right? So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope this helps you with your decision as to which smoke device that you can choose from PMI. There's a lot of smoke in this room right now, so that's it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any further questions, hit me down with a comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.